Hello, Matt Elliott here.
Hi, Alan Smith here.
Hey guys, Ian Hume here.
Hi everybody, Jerry Taggart here.
Be sure to watch
Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV
For all the latest Leicester City news and information.
You can also subscribe on YouTube and various social media channels.
for the latest updates and news on Leicester City Football Club.
Come on, you foxes!
Happen in 49, 61, 63 or 69 when they reach the final. But the class of 2021 have delivered. Leicester City are FA Cup winners at last and are history makers at Wembley.
They have blown their rivals away. They have blown us all away in truth. Premier League champions 2016. The amazing Leicester City.
Till I Die TV, your first choice for everything Leicester City. Tune in and join in now.
Right, Chris.
All right there. How the devil are we all? I don't know if you can hear it or not. My throat is still sore from last night. I'll tell you what, don't ask me about my arse, because at the end, well, yeah, I was up until the second goal went in. But we are, excuse me, we are back to league action at the weekend, and it's a small matter of this. It is. We are travelling up to Geordieland and taking on the Magpies. And let's welcome in our guest for this evening's preview, and that's John, who's a big Newcastle fan. Good evening, John.
Hello, Chris. How are you doing, mate? You good?
I'm not so bad, mate. Well, apart from technical problems, how are you?
Well, I'm okay, and I'm not fully bad. Just you're right. It's just the technical problems at the moment here, sort of thing. But actually working on it, mate. So other than that, I'm not going to get stressed on it, but I'm okay.
There's bigger things going on in the world. But
right.
Thanks for joining us anyway, and thanks for managing to get on. Your links are in the description below on YouTube, but just tell everybody how they can find you.
Yeah, sure. You can find us on, well, quite a few now. Like, you can find us on John Sinclair TV, on my YouTube, on my Twitch, and also you can find John Sinclair 50 on Instagram, and you can also find us on John Sinclair TV on Facebook, and of course on Twitter, John Sinclair.
Brilliant, mate. Well, you're most welcome. You're a great lad. If you like football crack, then do follow John. He's a good laugh, and I think subtitles are available on most of his videos, so don't worry about that accent. You know.
Oh no.
Sorry, mate. I had to get it in.
Sorry.
This is Leicester Till I Die TV. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And of course, if you are on YouTube, it's Leicester Till I Die TV. Please give us a like, and please give us a subscribe as well. And if you're listening on your major podcast platform, we're available on most of them as Leicester Till I Die. Thank you very much indeed. A quick hello here to Scott. Good evening. Yeah, he's still on cloud 9 from last night. Only see one result Sunday, and unfortunately for John, P.S. hope you're well, but a Leicester win. He's covering all bases there, isn't he? You know, I mean,
yeah, man.
I don't expect that you watched it yesterday, but I've been chatting obviously to a few Newcastle fans during the week. You all going to the match. I need a Newcastle fan that isn't going to the match to do a watch along. But you know, they were saying, the ones that I've spoken to, they sort of said, how would that affect Leicester going into this weekend's game? Do you think it would have been better if we'd lost? I mean, we're coming in on a high, But if we'd lost, we'd be coming on we've got a point to prove. So I guess either way, it's difficult for you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, both teams are just, I think we're pretty much safe now, to be fair. But we're going in a game, how do we put it, with a win against Wolves, stopped the rot, because we've lost 3 games in a row, and we won on some last Friday. And for Leicester, it's been up and down season 4 years. I can't lie, but it's not been a brilliant season, but it hasn't been an awful season. But it's been a bit of a mixed bag for you at the minute in time. But this game, I mean, it's like playing on flip-flops on at the moment, if I'm honest with you. But it's still be a cracking game, Chris, and this is the game I'm going to enjoy watching.
Yeah, and I think it will be. And I think one thing with these games is there's always goals. And thing with Newcastle, I mean, obviously you're a different prospect now to the Newcastle we met earlier in the season at the KP and beat you 4-0. Just had to slip that in. that was on the back. I mean, you beat us. Was it 4-3 at the end of last season?
Yeah.
When that was not expected at all. I know all the Newcastle. No Newcastle fan was predicting a Newcastle win on that one, and you did. But it's obviously a different Newcastle, but it's also a different Leicester, because we've had, as Andrew says here, we've had so many injuries all season, and the manager's not gone on about it, but at one point we had 9 sort of defensive injuries. So we've now got the team coming back, and I think we're seeing the performances that showing that. And you're now a different team because obviously you've got a new manager, new ownership, and new players. So I think it's going to be a cracking game.
Yeah, I mean, you're right there. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I mean, Eddie Howe's turned the season around since he's come in, and we won something like 7 or 8 games since he's come in. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be a cracking game, and the players have seem up for it. I mean, without Trippier and Wilson still not coming in yet, we're going to go into that later on, of course. But look, like I said, I mean, you still got some cracking there. Players like Tillemans there. You got Daka, I think he'll play on Sunday, and I can see goals in it as well now, because both teams are both going to really go for it, and hopefully whoever wins this game is going to deserve to win the game because of the attacking prowess.
Yes, yeah. I mean, talking Eddie Howe, I'm a big Eddie Howe fan. I live just outside Bournemouth. I saw what he'd done, where he took Bournemouth from and to. You've got to be pleased with him so far. Do you see him as? I mean, I did wonder when you took him on whether he was the short term, because there's all the rumours about obviously Emery and whether he was coming. Then he said he wasn't, etc. But with Eddie Howe, I wasn't sure whether he was going to be like an interim manager, if you like. And, when you get moving, because your owners have said that they're not looking to sort of immediate success, and they know they're going to have to build it up, which is great. They've obviously, shows they've got their head screwed on. Do you think Eddie's there for the long term, or do you think he's just taking it to the next level?
I'm hoping Eddie Howe is going to take it to the next level, because he's a young manager. He's 44 years old, and he plays football the right way. All we're asking for Newcastle fans is to give us a style of player, show us a style of player, rather than the last manager we had before. And then he comes in and he gave us a style of player that fans are going to enjoy watching. And he's brought in good players going to come in January. Now, my opinion is, and I don't think Newcastle fans are going to be popular with this at all whatsoever, and I'm going to say it, but the players have brought in like Chris Wood, Dan Burn, right? Are they going to be long-term futures? Are those 2 players going to take us, get us into a title in future years? Are they going to take us into Europe as well? I'm not really so sure. Kieran Trippier will. Matt Target possibly will, because he's defensively sound. Dan Burn, I love him, right? I think he's a good player, but he ain't going to take us to a title. It's not going to get us into top 6 or trophy winning, but he works hard. Chris Wood, he tries his best, I mean, God bless him. But at the end of the day, he's not going to get us 20 goals and get us into top 4. So, look, as Eddie Howe, he will get good players come in. He plays football the right way. He's young, and he's got to be given an opportunity here. Do you know what I mean? You've got to give him like a 3-4 year project, though. You can't keep changing managers here. My opinion is, I'll get a lot of people on my chat. People like Ginger saying that Eddie Howe will not take us to the next level. he ain't going to get us there. If he starts poorly, he is done. The bottom line is, yeah, we are fan base, right? It has to realize where we are at this moment in time. And Eddie Howe needs time, in my opinion. And if he give him a chance, he'll get us a trophy. But if he's ever going to be sacked, right? Oh, God forbid he doesn't get sacked, then have to be an elite manager coming. The next manager takes Eddie Howe will have to be an elite.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I mean, you know, obviously the club is now going to be ambitious. Totally 100% get that. You know, you'd be disappointed if they weren't. And you're now in a position financially, you're playing with the big boys.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering if you get to the point where, like a bit like a Man City or Chelsea, if you're going to have a manager, you want a name, you know, and a name that's going to attract the bigger players. Or if Eddie Howe does well and, you know, gets you for the next couple of seasons, you maybe sort of mid-table next season, and then maybe into Europe the season after, and then looking at challenging. Yeah. Does he stay, or like I say, do you just say right now? Now the time is we need a big name in.
I understand what you're trying to say, yeah, but it all depends how we do next season. If Eddie gets us in the top 10, yeah, then I'll keep him on because you know, he's doing a wonderful job. I mean, I'm not going to say Howe out because listen, he's my manager. It's as simple as that. And you know, but one thing I'm going to say, right, we are going to be linked to players, right? That's number one. Number two, right? If they don't want to come to Newcastle, now I did a press conference action today, right? And I talked about Victor Osimhen, right? It's basically reports come from Italy in Naples, right? Napoli come and said that Victor Osimhen will not come to Newcastle. He's got no interest in coming to Newcastle United, yeah. But the problem is that's not down to the reporters. This is decision solely. Now, if Newcastle offered £85 million to Napoli, right, and they said they turn it down, say, okay, cool, that's fair enough, yeah. But if De Laurentiis, the Napoli president, decides he's going to accept the offer, right, that's down to the player, yeah. If Victor Osimhen turns us down, right, he's going to regret for the rest of his life because one day we could play Napoli in the Europa League or Champions League, right? And if he comes to St James's Park, he's going to be thinking, wow, hang on a minute, why did I turn this club down? Because this club's a special club, yeah? And he loves the players, so we do well. But at the end of the day, if you don't want to come to Newcastle, okay, cool, we move on, yeah? You only get one opportunity, yeah? So don't come calling us and say, oh, I want to come to Newcastle because you're winning things, yeah? You had your chance.
Yes.
And you blew it. So at the end of the day, back on Eddie sort of thing, I'll take him, I'll keep him, give him a couple of seasons and see what he does.
Andrew asked a good question there. Do you feel players will only come to Newcastle for the money now?
If that's the case, then Andrew, then we don't want them at all because at the end of the day, you come to Newcastle because you want to win trophies. You want to win cups. You want to win the title, fight for the title because we're the richest club in the world, yeah? If you want to play for money, right, be honest about it. But I don't want prima donnas at Newcastle United. I want players going to play for the badge. That's number one. You play for the badge. You play for the badge in front of your shirt. The fans going to remember you from the back of the shirt. And that is my motto.
I'm going to say Newcastle fans soon find players out if they're prima donnas, and they don't take to them at all, do they? Fair point to fair point to them as well. And I suppose it's a difficult job now because Eddie's going to have a list of sort of players that he wants. You know, he's going to know. I would imagine he'll say, right, this is your budget, and he'll be given the budget, and he'll go and get whatever he can and say whatever he wants. And it is going to be a very much a difficult time for Newcastle because whether the players come in for the money or not, and I kind of don't blame them because at the end of the day it's a job to them like it is to us, and if we get a better job offer we leave and we move on. But you go knocking on somebody's door and they open it up and they see it's Newcastle, I had a couple of £1 million on it's Newcastle. They're just gonna sort of start upping the price, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, right, I mean, they know we're the richest club in the world. They know how much money they've got. They're going to try and fleece us, yeah? But these new owners, right, are not stupid. They're savvy business people. They're savvy business people, or we say business as well. They know exactly what they're doing. And the bottom line is, if they think it's too much, they're just going to simply walk away. It's simple as that. We offered 33 million for Ekiteke from them, the French club, right?
Yeah.
And he accepted it straight away. The lad didn't want to come. That is fair enough. I could understand why, because he was playing the first team. You don't want to come to Newcastle and be a sub, yeah? I think it would have made a difference if he came to Newcastle, even though he's 19-year-old. I know this responsibility is going to be tough, but you know what it is, right? I mean, people are going to see pound signs, yeah? I don't want that. I want players going to come in and play for the badge, yeah? But I think it's going to be an exciting season. I really do. And I can't wait to see who comes through the door. But according to reports as well, Chris, Luke Edwards, right, from the Telegraph, he said that we're going to be given 60 million to spend, right? They ain't going to come out and say we're going to spend 200 million this summer. They're going to keep it quiet, you know what I mean? And all these people's got to realise now, just say, well, look, we're going to get this player, we're going to get that player. They're talking about getting Mbappe, Nunes, Haaland. We're not going to get those players at all whatsoever. We're not going to get them, People's got to, take a chill pill, right? Relax, right? See who comes through, and then just look forward for the summer.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it's very true. And, it's, 60 million, in fairness, probably won't get you it might get you one or two players, but I think you're going to need more than that, because there's a lot of positions I think you need to improve on. And the players that you've been able to buy is completely different to the players you can now buy. And I just think, like you said, they're not going to say this is how much money we've got, because then again, that's another reason for clubs to sort of put prices up. But and again, I think I might be wrong here, but I think it's an involving. I think the managers the players that you're going to get now are going to not necessarily be on very long deals, because they're going to be with you a couple of years. Because I think in a couple of years' time, if the plan goes well, and then you're sort of looking at top 4 positions, you're going to be looking for another type of player, a step up from the ones that you've been buying.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the thing is, we do need players all over the pitch. Yeah, my opinion is, people say that we need to take our time. We need to sit back and take our time. They're gonna do a slowly build. Yeah, the Premier League now is fast paced. Yeah, if you want to be in the top 4, if you want to be in the top 6, right, then you have to spend the money. If that means, and I don't want to say this, right, I mean, past me say, if you're going to spend something like 150 to 250 million quid in that summer just to get onto their level, then cool. Then you're going to have to do it. You look at clubs like United, right? I mean, Eric Ten Hag's going to come in the summer, I guarantee you. He's not going to walk in with them a title, yeah? Arsenal, on the make Arteta, bottles it, yeah? Let's be real. Tottenham, you don't know if Conte's going to stay, yeah? Then the three's going to come to, so I mean, Man City, Liverpool, and Chelsea, yeah? Those 3 are guaranteed, nailed on, going to qualify for Champions League the following season as well. It's the question, who's going to get that 4th spot? That's the thing. Now, these people are serious, yeah? It depends how desperate they want to be in Europe, yeah? If we can get top 4, cool. I'd take that sort of thing, yeah? That'd be brilliant. I've got, what do they call elite mentality, yeah? But some of our fan base, right, are quite happy finishing in the top 10 and a trophy, yeah? For me, I'm 52. I want to be in Europe. I want to win trophy. I'm greedy. Do you know what I mean? Am I patient? I am indeed. But at the end of the day, right, if they really want to get in the top 4, top 6, or whatever, then you're going to have to spend the money. But I just got a feeling that they're not going to go mad at it this season. But the following season, they may have to. Yeah, so it'd be interesting, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, no, and like I said, I think you've got sort of sensible owners there. Andrew asks here, if you have visions of Newcastle playing in Europe, do you think Eddie Howe is the manager to get you there? I mean, we kind of touched on it earlier, but I think the thing is, if he's doing well enough for you, why get rid of him?
Exactly. I mean, he's earned the right to get us there. So he's got to give him that opportunity to see what he does in Europe. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like I said, he's ambitious, he's young. He got to give him that chance. And this is the thing. Now, what it is, right? You can't get someone in the top 4 or in Europe and then go and sack him. That would be absolutely harsh.
Well, you can if you're Chelsea, but that's, we don't
want to be Chelsea, but then again, Chelsea does sack managers and win titles. Do you know what I mean? This is the thing. But at the end of the day, I think, listen, honestly, I mean, if getting into Europe, Eddie Howe deserves a chance. And, you see what he has to do. But then again, we won't attract players coming in. I think it'll be fine. And that's what we need to do. If we can get in the top 6, top 7 this season, I'll be over the moon, Chris, because we as fan base deserves that. We had 14 years on. Actually, we have not qualified for Europe since 2012-13 season, when Pardew got us 5th, got us in the quarterfinals of the Europa League. Only knocked out by Benfica, but at the end of the day, I think we're going to be okay. It's just being a bit ambitious. Just give Eddie a chance, and if he gets sacked for getting us into Europe, that would be very, very harsh. But if, like I said, if they are going to sack him, you've got to get an elite manager. Because that football club, right, it's an elite stadium, elite city. It needs an elite manager. These owners are the richest in the world, and they want the very, very best.
Yes, quickly, one last question before we move on to the game itself. Scott says, hi Scott, how are you? John, do you see Newcastle raiding players from the Championship and across the lower league teams in Europe, or looking higher?
My opinion is, right, we can offer them the money for the player. I'll give like Sven Botman come to in a bit. Championship players, I don't think we will. I really don't think we will, because I think we should be aiming higher than that. We need to be ready. We already, like I said, you've already been in the top 6, top 7, top 4, win a trophy. Then you've got to get the players in ready. You have to, because at the end of the day, I mean, we are going to get players coming in. We might just get one of the best young managers in Europe. We may get players like that. And like Ekiteke will be one of them. That Bias from he plays for Nantes as well. Talking of Nantes, I mean, the keeper I'd love to get. I mean, you definitely need a keeper in the summer. Is that guy called Lafont, Arban Lafont. He plays for Nantes, and he's played for Fiorentina for 1 season. He had to go back to France because he wasn't ready for the Italian league. But I'd definitely take him as a goalkeeper, for example. He's one of the best keepers in Europe, in my opinion. And you look around Spanish leagues, well, you look at Italy as well. They've got some young players there which you can pick up as well. And listen, we need to get Dan Ashford through the door first, if we can. Otherwise, we won't come until November, because we have to pay Brighton £5 million to compensation before we can get Dan Ashford through the door. But Newcastle don't want to do that, Chris. They do not want to do that at all. They'd rather wait until November so you can get them on free. This is the thing. You want to be successful, just pay the £5 million. Right, $5 million to them is chicken feed. Yes, I know it's not about football. Get me?
Yeah, it is amazing how far this game's come. When we say, even for Leicester as well, like $5 million, just pay it. It's it's strange, isn't it? Let's just. Andrew says here, if you play in Europe, you virtually need 2 teams, and that is very true. I mean, we've just come out of Europe. The team that played against Palace last weekend and won, 7 changes, and then 7 changes back for last night's game, which again we won. So there's going to be a lot of changes for this weekend's game. And like we said before, it is a 2 o'clock kickoff on Sunday at St James's Park. This is the form and information going into the game. Now, you were on a good run. I mean, I think you're safe. Let's be honest with you. You're not going to be in trouble again by any stretch of the imagination. But you have had a bit of a stutter these last few weeks. I mean, you lost to Tottenham. You lost to Everton. I mean, what happened with the Everton? Everybody was beating Everton.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I thought against Everton, first 30 minutes, I thought we were absolutely fine. We just couldn't put the chances away. But the second half, I thought we were absolutely shambolic. Everything went wrong. But as Newcastle fans, you're not allowed to have a group of players. You're not allowed to dig players out. You're not allowed to be criticised them at all whatsoever as Newcastle fans. But I'll just say how it is. I thought we were very, very poor. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. One of the worst performances I've seen. Chris Wood should have scored that goal, by the way. That is the thing. But Everton had chances as well. Anthony Gordon had a couple of chances as well in that game. But we conceded a goal. because ASM got knocked off the ball midfield trying to do fancy feet again. He got knocked off the ball, and then Dan Burn got caught out again, right? Which allowed DCL to play a little pass into Irobi into the back of the net. That is down to ASM. I don't want to cuss on him too much, yeah, but he needs to show us. But Dan Burn, especially, I love him. I just his positional player is absolutely poor, and that's cost us a game. But people's going to say that that 15-minute delay when that lad got tied to a goalpost, and people say we lost the game because of that. No, we didn't. We lost the game because we did not defend properly. It's as simple as that. But at the end of the day, Spurs, yes, conceded some poor goals, right? And Chelsea, we just got unlucky because the player who scored that goal, Havertz, should never ever be on that pitch.
No, I know where you're coming from, but you hit back with. I mean, it was a good win you got over Wolves, because Wolves aren't, they're in having a good season, and you're up against the Leicester side that suddenly, like you said earlier, with not having a good season, it has all been bad, but suddenly everything's dropping into place. All our players are fit. We actually had enough defenders to have two centre-backs for 2 games, never heard of all season. We didn't know we still got 4 centre-backs. And somebody said to me the other day, we've got 4 centre-backs. But suddenly it's all coming good. And, apart from the loss to Arsenal, which is a kind of... Looking at this game, are you more worried about Leicester coming than you would have been, say, 2 or 3 months ago?
If I'm honest with you, so far, I think we're comfortable at home because we won 4 games straight. I think it's 5 games straight we won, by the way.
Right, yeah.
And I think we'd be comfortable playing at home now rather than go to Leicester, to be fair, because you don't know what Leicester's going to turn up, yeah? But I reckon at the KP, it isn't that bad, yeah? We have won games there. But this is the thing. I think the fans are going to get right on top of us, right? Because they know that we're not safe yet. We're not safe yet. We need one more win, and hopefully it'll be good enough. But scoring goals is a worry, yeah? We're not scoring enough goals, and that's the thing. We only won by Christopher penalty. But I don't think we scored more than 1 goal since Everton, remember Sursus, right? That's about a couple months ago. That is a worry. But that's lies the problem. We need ASM to fix up, sort of thing, take on players, show us the player that he is. Miguel Almiron, I'm sure he's going to start on Sunday because Fraser's going to be out injured. Again, he needs to wake up, because at the end of the day, he hasn't been scoring for ages yet, and he hasn't created enough. That is the thing. He works hard. I love Miggy, but at the end of the day, I shan't be having tears in my eyes if Miggy does move on in the summer. I mean, especially I love him.
Yes, yeah. I mean, but you do keep freezing there, John. But
I think so. I don't know what it is.
No. Okay, not to worry. You keep coming back. That's the main thing. I mean, I don't think you're going to go down. I think there's, yes, you probably, need those wins to be mathematically safe. But I think when you look at the teams below you, especially as Burnley obviously have sacked Sean Dyche today, which was a totally weird, unexpected, but that's kind of played into everybody else's hands. So I do think you're safe. And I'm just looking at the form table here, because at the moment, you're 12th, and I suppose, when you're looking back at the season, you how the season started, I think you'd have probably taken being 12th in the form table. Leicester, and he's gone altogether. No, hang on. Is he back? Is he back?
Hey,
hey, you're back. You're back on your laptop.
I am.
I was about to say you're back on your lappy, but that sounds so wrong, doesn't it?
On a lappy. Yay! Oh, so much better.
Like a lappy on a Friday evening, is there? No. Welcome back. But I mean, I'm looking at that and thinking 4th, brilliant. We are hitting form at the moment, but the big difference to me is it is taking place at St James's Park, and everybody says, home crowd's an advantage, etc. But it so is at St James's Park. You get that full house there, and it is rocking.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you keep winning games, especially at home, and get some points on the board as well, then they're going to flop back. I mean, there's a couple thousand.
Nope, and he's frozen again. It's obviously the laptop is just as bad as the phone. We'll try and go. Bless him for trying and coming on. He is having sort of gremlins in the old works today. I don't know if he knows he's stopped at all, but we've got a nice, beautiful picture of a Newcastle fan there. So I mean, our form at the moment. I'll carry on. Hopefully, he'll come back. Our form at the moment is fourth, and let's remove him from there and let's bring him back in. Welcome back again.
Yeah, sorry, but after you be fun, yeah, I'm a very patient guy, but I'm starting to lose patience now here on the system.
You can only take so much, can't you? You know. But no, we were saying about how home advantage, probably more than as part as well as Liverpool, it means so much. It does make a difference at St James Park, doesn't it?
Can you play that again, please, Chris? Sorry.
Yeah, of course I can. Yeah, I'm just saying. We're saying about football and fans being the 12th man, etc., etc. But at Newcastle, the advantage that crowd gives you when you are at home, it's probably along with Liverpool the best in the Premier League.
I'll go with that as well, Chris. I really do. I think you're right. I mean, Newcastle fans have a reputation getting behind the team and really get on top of these players as well. Because when that place gets going, the place gets going, and you know what it is, right? It's all about the Geordie Roar. It's the atmosphere as well. And when it comes to big games as well, such as like the Newcastle against Sunderland, Newcastle against Man United, Newcastle against Man City, then the fans really get on top of you. It's just the most important thing. If we're winning, then I tell you what, that place is absolutely rocking. And if you perform on the pitch, and they're gonna love you, sort of thing. Just that.
Yeah, no, it did. I'm just looking here, on form. This is for the whole season, though. On home form only, you would be 13th in the division. On away form, we would be 16th. So, looking at this, I think you would be favourites going into this. But like I say, we've got a lot of changes coming. I think you're going to see sort of 7 changes from us. So I'm not even going to attempt to predict what our lineup's going to be. But you mentioned Daka earlier. Because we've got obviously Vardy's injured, so there's going to be no Vardy there. I mean, you've got Daka and you've got Inacho, and they both bring something different to the game. I mean, do you play a high line defensively, or do you sort of sit tight at the back?
I've noticed sometimes the last few games they have been set back a little bit, trying to play counter-attacking football. But when you do get the ball, we like to keep possessive football as well. So we like to keep the ball wherever we can. And that is the thing. It's all about the movement up front, and that's the most important thing. We tend to look at ASM quite a lot as well, and that's the thing. But when he gets the ball, you don't know what he's going to do. He's so unpredictable, right? But when he's on it, he is on it. But when you've got 2 or 3 players around him, then he just doesn't know what to do. He really doesn't know what to do. And he loses the ball easy. And the one thing I don't like about ASM, I mean, as much as I like him, he doesn't track back. He just flops his hand up in the air sometimes, you know what I mean? Yeah. That is the problem. Yeah. And when you do that, then I'm sorry, for me, that's not acceptable, because you got to work for the team. Eddie Howe, I mean, I'm getting a lot of people work mates in Bristol who I work, and they're saying, and they reckon that Eddie Howe reckons that ASM might not be there in the summer because they want to get the £50 million for him. Now the problem is, who's gonna buy him? That's the thing. That's number one. Number two, he's rated 50 million. Which club is after him? The last time I looked, no one isn't after him, Chris. You know what I mean? Because he doesn't work hard enough for the team, but he's a game changer, and that is the thing. It gets people excited off their seats. But the midfield in Bruno, outstanding, absolutely outstanding. He passes the ball. He can do the dirty work as well if it needs to be. and he's skillful in the midfield is absolutely fantastic. His mindset's fantastic. John Shelby, if you can get someone better than Shelby next season, I'll be happy with that. Joe Linton has gone off the boil for the last couple of games. Maybe he's carrying an injury. And then the three up front, you got, like I said, ASM. It looks like Miggy's going to play, Almiron's going to play on Sunday to take Fraser's place because he could be out injured with a hamstring pull. And up front, it's going to be Chris Wood.
I'm going to come back to Chris Wood because I mentioned this on a Newcastle show earlier in the week. And I was surprised at that. If anything, you probably hurt Burnley more than you actually gained an advantage yourself. But he wasn't a 20-goal a season guy. He's not. I mean, we've had him at Leicester, and I loved him when he was at Leicester, but he just didn't get the chances because Vardy was coming through and we had Nugent who was established. But for me, it was a weird signing because, like I say, he's not a. He works hard and he works hard for the team, and maybe that's why Eddie wanted him. But he's not going to get you 20 goals a season to keep you up.
This is the thing, Chris, and that's exactly what we need at Newcastle. Someone's going to bang in 20 goals a season. And Chris Wood, I'm sure he works hard. I know people are saying that he's important to the team and he says he's doing an excellent job. But for me, in some of the games, he's been absolutely shocking. I can't lie. But at the end of the day, his first touch is not the best. The second's like a throw-in. And you know what it is, right, with Chris Wood? I mean, he does try. I'll give him time for trying. But he ain't my number 9. It's not my number 9 for this next season. I can guarantee you that. But we pay, what, £25 million for this guy? When I heard we paid £25 million for him, I never fell on my flipping stool because I just think this is kind of a wind-up. 25 million quid. Yeah. And we fell for it big time. Do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, people come out and saying that we needed a striker. We needed a striker. Yeah. We could have gone for Origi. Yeah. On B or even on loan to the end of the season. But he didn't want to come, apparently. I don't know how truthful was that. But the bottom line is, we got Chris Wood now. He's here. We have to back him. But he will be my number 9 for the summer. But all I'm saying is, he's doing his best. And that's all I can say.
Scott said, can you see Newcastle going for Ronaldo in the summer?
I'll take Ronaldo.
Would you want him?
Ronaldo all day long. All day long. All day long. I mean, I think he's done at United anyway in the summer. I think he's done. If Ed Ten Hag comes in, I think he's done because he ain't going to take any crap from no players that he goes out. I can tell you that. Yeah.
No. Oh, you're quite right. Let's just have a look at some. If I can get my mouse to work, here we go. Let's just have a look at some information. Or did you know before the game? And I know you're saying that Newcastle have been playing well at home, but Leicester have actually won each of their last 5 Premier League away matches at Newcastle United. In the league history, only at Leyton Orient have they won more consecutively. So we've got a good record against you at Newcastle. I mean, we've played each other 29 times. This is just the Premier League, though. And we've both won 12. So it is quite tight, but we've not done too bad at St James's Park. Newcastle have won each of their last 4 Premier League home matches, as many as they had in their previous 24. I think that's a lot to do with a certain Mr. Bruce leaving. Leicester's James Maddison has been involved in 5 goals in 6 Premier League appearances against Newcastle. Against no side has been involved in more in the competition. Whether he will play or not, I mean, it's going to be very interesting because we made 7 changes for the Crystal Palace game, and I think we're probably going to see the same number of changes again because we've got you now this week, and then I think we've got Everton. Is it? Have we got Everton midweek, or have you got Everton midweek?
No, I think you got Everton midweek.
We've got Everton midweek. Yes.
I know you've got to play them twice. I know that.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, you've got Palace midweek. So I expect to see a lot of changes, as I say, when the team comes out on Saturday. Chris Wood, talking of the devil, Chris Wood scored Newcastle's winner against Wolves last time out. and he's looking to score in consecutive Premier League matches for the first time since joining the Magpies. Was that his first goal for Newcastle?
No, that's the second goal of the season. He scored one away at Southampton, so he's only scored 2.
Yes, yeah.
So
yeah, I thought it might have been his first. I think that's all of the did you knows. Do you expect Leicester to make a lot of changes?
I think they probably will do for a game against us as well, because I think Leicester wants to finish the league as high as they can. So they want to put out a strong team. I think Fofana's back, isn't he? Fofana's back.
Fofana's back, but he played midweek last night against PSV. He didn't play last Sunday, but last Sunday we had Johnny Evans back. We've got Johnny Evans back now, and we've got Soyuncu, and they play well together. And then last night, no, hang on. You know, I'm getting so confused. Let me have a look at it, see, because we've had so many players in and out. I'm sure Scott's going to remind me, but we've got the 4 defenders. Fofana, I think this might be too soon for him. He might not play, because having played last night, he may want to give him a rest for this game. But Evans is back, Soyuncu is back, and we've got Amati as well. So I believe it was Evans and Amati against Palace. So we will see. I think there will be changes. Where is your main threat going to be coming from?
Our main threat is going to have to be from Bruno, because he's the one who can make things happen from midfield. He's made a pass about, he made us through balls. Also, if John Joe Shelby wakes up and stop passing these decent balls, no much Hollywood passes, by the way, we'll be fine. If you give a free kick away on the edge of the box, Fabian Scheer will punish you. He's a good free kick specialist at our club. Bruno can take it as well, which I haven't seen as of yet. ASM, he's the one who can make things happen as well. If he sorts himself out, if he wakes up and stop showing us he's a fantastic player and stop being too selfish on the ball and go for it as well. But his final ball's been shocking, the flares, like, you know what I mean? But I can't lie. What I want to see as well, I want to see Joe Linton back to his best, making those driver runs to midfield. So for me, it's all about getting good service from the wings with Miggy and ASM for the crosses, and from Chris Woods to hit. And then hopefully things will be sorted out. And here, playing 4-3-3, we just got to start from the front foot, get at your Leicester defence. I think your defence are not the quickest, I can't lie, but they are solid. But it all depends on ASM. If he can just turn it on, place his best, get those crosses in, and make those the correct balls in, and don't be greedy, then we see a different ASM. So I'm expecting ASM to show up on Sunday.
Talking about ASM, we mentioned a lot about players that Eddie Howe was brought in. Has he made a big difference to those players that were there under Bruce? So have you seen a marked response from them that they're putting more effort in now, but also the fact that has Eddie Howe improved them?
He has slightly. He has indeed. I mean, you see that we're playing good football. We're passing and move the ball as well. He likes to play football, quick touches as well. He likes to see that. That's 100% there. Matt Targett, he is a solid left back. I mean, he doesn't get forward on that, but when he does and puts those lovely left foot crosses in, it's cool. But defensively, I think he's excellent. Targett, he defends properly.
Was it at the Target that was at Aston Villa?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Aston Villa. He's on loan.
He's caused us problems in the past.
Yeah. I think he's decent, man. He's like, we need to sign on a permanent deal. Then you got Kieran Trippier. He's been excellent. He's doing that. He's still injured. He's coming back soon, by the way, but he's been injured, foot injury, and he has been absolutely fantastic since he's came. I mean, he's 2 free kicks, defends properly, gets forward, puts his lefty crosses in as well, defends properly. Yeah. Dan Burn, I mean, he's good. Solid defender, wins everything in the air pretty much, but his positional play at times can be a bit of a letdown. Like, he switches off. He switched off against Hiverts. He switched off with Roby, yeah, but defense against Spurs, he was awful second half. That's the worst I've seen him play. And if you go to Chris Wood, what can I say? I mean, he does his best, but slightly made a difference, anyhow, being those 4 players in. But I'd only keep 2. The rest of them would be squad players at best. I can't lie. But I mean, Dan Burn, I love him, by the way. That's the thing. But if you're going to take that, if you're going to get a defender, it has to be a stellar defender. So it's going to come in and make a difference. Yeah. But I expect more signings, mate. I really do. But I think it'll be okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just looking here. It says Leicester are going to probably rotate his squad. I think I could put my house on that. James Justin, Daniel Amati, Soyuncu will probably all pop back into the side. So that's what we're saying as well. Ryan Fraser, it says for Newcastle, he sustained a hamstring injury in Wolves and he's unlikely to play. But midfielder Joe Wilcox could return despite nursing an ongoing knee issue. I mean, Willock was the guy that everybody at Newcastle was raving about last season. And I know you didn't have many players to rave about last season under Steve Bruce. You went and made the deal permanent. Is he living up to your expectations?
I'm not going to lie. I mean, when he first came in, I thought he was absolutely fantastic. He's got 8 goals in 14 games, which basically kept us up. It's a one-man band, But this season, he hasn't started well because he's been carrying an injury of some sort. He has to be the same player. But he's getting back to his best. He's trying to get back to his best. He scored against West Ham, which he got us that equalising goal. But at the end of the day, I mean, he's coming on. The thing is, right, he's been rumored that he's unsettled and he wants to return back to London. Yeah, that is not true. He's happy in Newcastle. So he's got his family and his dad up in Newcastle to be with him. So that's been sorted out. But Joe Willock, it hasn't been effective than he was last season. But one thing I will say, on this day, I think he'd be absolutely a stellar player. This guy is lit. And if he carries on the way he was from last season, then I think you've got a player on our hands, yeah? But if he does come in, then I'll definitely drop John Joe Shelby. No disrespect for John Joe. He's been good in the past, but I think his time is up at Newcastle. His time is up. If you want to take that step forward, then his time is up. And I'll be happy.
I've got the feeling when I've been listening to sort of different Newcastle channels that he isn't the most popular player at the moment with the fans.
Not them well. People are picking Shelby up. Like people say, look, don't get us wrong, he's slightly better, but he hasn't really improved. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Shelby, yeah. But again, if he goes in the summer, I shan't shed a tear. He's been a great servant, but there's better midfielders than John Joe Shelby. I can't lie. Because at the end of the day, he keeps in his Hollywood passage, doesn't come off at all. Anyhow, keeps bigging him up here, saying he's the world's best midfielder. He's not. Right. I mean, for me, if I would have gone to the top 10 and gone to Europe, Shelby's not going to get us there. So I want to see new players coming in.
Yeah, no, I get that, and I'm surprised when I do see his name pop up every week, but. We're gonna end in a second. We're gonna go through some score predictions.
Yeah.
And we'll do that straight after this. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please give us a subscribe on YouTube. It really means a lot to us. Now I do a league with ex-players, and they're sort of giving me their well, I'm bottom of the league, so it shows what I know, but they've given me their predictions. Now Ian Marshall, he's gone for a 1-1 draw. Ian Wilson thinks that just as a squad we're going to be knackered after midweek, so it's 3. He's gone for 3-1 to you. Wow. Jerry Taggart, who's leading the league, has gone 2-1 to you. Steve Walsh, defender's gone 2-1 to us. Steve Linex has gone 1-1. So there's not a lot of positivity that we're going to do this, which is worrying when it comes from your own side. I've gone for a 3-1. I think we're on a high. We're into our first ever European semi-final, and we're hitting form. And I think we could, teams that are above us, they're struggling. You know, Brighton were up there; they're right below us now. Palace has had a good start; they've dropped down. West Ham are dropping down like I said, Bryce Nickers on a wedding night. So 7th, and actually Europe that way is not out of the question. It's going to be hard, but I've gone for a 3-1 win to Leicester because I think we're going to make those changes, so we'll be reasonably fresh. And like I say, I think we want to end the season on a high with the problem season we've had, and we need to keep the wins going. Obviously, you're not going to go for a 3-1 to Leicester. So what do you think is going to be? Well, you might be. I mean, like this time when we played you at the end of last season, every Newcastle fan was predicting a Leicester win.
Yeah, I mean, that's under Steve Bruce. I mean, you know what he's like. And it was 2-1 to use last season's in Genesis. And was it 4-2? Was it 4-2 away last season? Beat his 4 goals to 2.
I think it might have been 4-3. Let me just have a look. No, it was 2-4. Yeah,
2-4.
Yeah, 2-4. Yeah.
Willock ran the show, didn't he? He ran the show that day. But Callum Wilson too as well. But I'm going to go 2-1 to Newcastle because look, at home we're trying to make it a fortress again. Yeah, I mean 4 games straight. We're going for a 5th game, 4 wins straight, and you know the fans expect us to perform every single game at home. And if we win this game, I think we're good as safe, Chris. You know what I mean? Because what's going on at Burnley sort of thing as well. I mean, that's a huge mistake. They should never sack Sean Dyche. No way. What were they thinking of?
I actually put on Twitter, you know, are Burnley turning into Watford? And somebody tweeted me back and said, well, no, they've had one manager for 10 years. And yes, they have, but I didn't mean in that way, but I mean sacking a manager like Watford did with Pearson. I reckon if they'd kept Pearson, they might have stayed up a couple of seasons ago. But they've got rid of not only Sean Dyche, but the assistant manager, the coach. So they've got rid of all the top players, and they've put in a captain and a youth coach or something in charge. They're not going to keep them up. And the best chance of coming back up would have been with Sean Dyche. I mean, they're definitely not down. They're going to struggle. Who's going to be available now that they can get that can come in? I just think it's a weird thing that they've sacked Sean Dyche now.
I don't get it at all. I really don't. I think it's an absolute joke. It's absolute farce. I mean, what Sean Dyche has done for nearly 10 years in charge. Right, we've got them back twice in the Championship, and he kept them stable in the Premier League. Now,
the biggest, as well a few seasons ago.
Yeah, crazy man. He got in the Europa League. They were a kick away from beating Olympiacos again to the Europa League proper. Right, that would be a feat for Burnley. Make some money there, not a lot, but make some money there. But what I'm going to say is as well that I think that who brought in Max Cornet and Wout Weghorst, I don't think it was Sean Dyche's signings, by the way. I don't think it was at all. Right. I think it's gone over his heat because Sean Dyche likes to sign British players at his club. And that's how it is. And I just think it's going to be, I think Burnley now, and they laid loaded with debt as well because Alan Pitt, the owner of the club, if I got his name right, went to try to buy Southampton Football Club, and they weren't having none of it because they didn't take him seriously. They're trying to rid him of debt. Now he went to Burnley, got them into debt. Southampton dodged a bullet there as well. I can't lie, but the bottom line is again that what can I say? I mean, I think Burnley have shot themselves in the foot there. They should have waited to the end of the season, take stock, then get them back up in the Premier League, and then do something about it. Do you know what I mean? But I think if Burnley gets relegated now, they haven't got Sean Dyche to look after, though.
Yeah. He was the best chance of bringing them back up, I think, as well. You know, but hey, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But look, John, thanks so much for coming on, and thank you for sticking with it through all your problems.
That's something, man. And can you hear us?
2-0 to Leicester, and Scott went 2-0. Scott says, "What is more worrying if it's true? If the owners could be willing could be selling up if Burnley go down. Well, they've not been there long, I don't think, the owners, so that will be interesting. John, I'm going to see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock when I'm back on your channel.
Sure. Looking forward to it.
Shout out where people can watch us tomorrow at 3.
Fantastic. Can't wait, man.
Yeah, just give a shout out to where we can find you at 3 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. You can find us on John Sinclair TV on YouTube, and it will be linked on to Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch. So you can watch us live on those platforms as well. And just find us John Sinclair TV. And if you'd like to find us on Twitter, it's John Sinclair, John NEFC42. Then if you want to Instagram, it's John Sinclair 50. Facebook, John Sinclair TV, and Twitch, John Sinclair TV again. So watch us on those platforms.
Thank you very much for coming on. I will see you tomorrow. Good luck for the season after this weekend, of course. You know, I hope you lose this weekend, naturally. But no, and you're safe. I mean, even if you do lose, I think you're not going to go down. You're going to be here another season. You've got a good young manager, and you know, good luck, and just great that you're going to go and smash that those big 6 clubs, hopefully out the water. So
thank you very much, my guy.
See you tomorrow.
Thanks for having us on.
Take care. Bye. He went. Bye, John. Take care. Yeah, so I'm on his channel tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I'm popping over now to do another Newcastle channel, and I am then on another Newcastle channel at 5 o'clock. And then I think I might have a show on Sunday as well. I've got a show Sunday night on a Newcastle thing. Hey, I'm on Newcastle more than I'm on Leicester at the moment. What can I say? Thanks to everybody that was watching. I do appreciate it. I say, if you are watching on YouTube, please smash the likes, share the video if you are able to, and if you haven't done already, please give us a subscribe. We're slowly on the way to 2,000, so if you can subscribe, it really does mean a lot to us. And if you've been listening on your podcast platform, whether that be Amazon, Apple, Google, Spotify, or any other one, thank you so much for listening. I really do appreciate that. I'm going to go now. I'm going to be on the Toon Review in 15 minutes. So that's Toon Review on YouTube. And then I've got Turf Moorhouse TV. If he's not still crying into his Hovis, we're looking at Dan's predictions at 9:30. Thanks very much, everybody. Take care, and thanks for watching. And we'll see you on here tomorrow at 1:30. Hopefully, if we can get a Newcastle fan still for the watch along. Take care, stay safe, and thanks very much for watching. Good night now.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye, and see you next time.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.